Hello friends, I am sure you have enjoyed seeing the first video of cardiovascular system. This video is the continuation of the previous video of cardiovascular system. In the previous video, we have seen about the important component of heart, which was blood and blood vessels. Now in this video, we will study the anatomy and physiology of heart. Friend, as you already know, this heart is a muscular organ made up of cardiac muscles. In my previous chapter of muscles, we have seen that these muscles are of three types, that is voluntary muscle, involuntary muscle and cardiac muscles. These cardiac muscles are specialized muscles and are involuntary in nature, and their function are controlled by autonomic nervous system. So friends, the shape of the heart is a cone shaped and its size is equivalent to an individual fist. Friend, if you want to know the size of your heart, just you have to fold your finger and make the fist. Your fist is your heart. I mean, the size of your fist is the size of your heart. And this heart is located in the left side of the thoracic region. This heart is covered with a membrane called pericardium, and this heart, which is a muscular organ, has three layers. The outer layer is called epicardium, middle layer is called myocardium, and inner layer is called endocardium. Friends, now we will see the inner structure of heart. In this picture, you see the inner structure of heart, and this inner structure of heart has four chambers. The upper two receives blood and they are called atrium, whereas these atriums are right atrium as well as left atrium, and the lower two, which pumps blood out of the heart, and they are called ventricles. They are right ventricles as well as left ventricles. And apart from these chambers, the heart has four valves. The valve which is present between right atrium and right ventricle is tricuspid valve, and the valve which is present between the left atrium and left ventricle is bicuspid valve or mitral valve, and the valve which is present in the right ventricle is pulmonary valve, whereas the valve which is present in left ventricle is aortic valve. So friends, we have seen the four chambers, that is right atrium, left atrium as well as right ventricle and left ventricle. So these are the four chambers, and the heart has four valves, that is tricuspid valve, mitral valve, pulmonary valve and aortic valve. Now friends, we will see the function of heart. The function of heart is to pump the blood. And when the heart pumps the blood, it goes into the bloodstream. That is, it goes into the blood vessels, and the blood vessel circulates the blood across the body. Now friends, we will see the circulation of blood. This circulation of blood, in which heart circulates the blood in the lungs, whereas it also circulates to the different parts of the body through pumping. There are two types of circulations. One is pulmonary circulation. In this pulmonary circulation, heart pumps the blood and goes into the lungs. When heart pumps, it is carried through pulmonary artery and it goes into the lungs. And the pulmonary artery contains deoxygenated blood into the lungs, where exchange of this blood takes the oxygen from the lungs and converted into oxygenated blood, and this oxygenated blood is carried through pulmonary vein again into the heart. So this circulation is called pulmonary circulation. Whereas the second type of circulation is the systemic circulation. In the systemic circulation, the heart pumps the blood through aorta. Now aorta is the biggest artery, which carry blood, that is oxygenated blood, across the body, and the vein, that is vena cava, which is the largest vein, which take the blood into the heart. So this circulation of blood from the heart to the different parts of the body and back to the heart is called systemic circulation. This circulation can be described as per individual organs also. This systemic circulation is the cerebral circulation, coronary circulation, hepatic circulation, renal circulation, and many more according to the organ. Now in cerebral circulation, this heart pumps the blood into the brain via common carotid arteries, and this blood comes back to the heart via carotid veins. Similarly, in coronary circulation, blood goes into the heart muscles and its cells via coronary arteries and back to the heart through coronary vein. In the hepatic circulation, blood goes into the hepatic cells via hepatic arteries and back to the heart through portal veins. Similarly, in renal circulation, blood pumps and goes to kidney through renal artery and back to the heart again through renal vein, and many more according to the organ. Heart pumps to that organ and it goes via artery and come back via vein into the heart, and this circulation is called systemic circulation. Now friends, we will see the route of circulation of blood. See, in the circulation, deoxygenated blood comes into the right atrium from upper parts of the body, and from lower parts of the body it comes through the inferior vena cava, and from upper parts of the body it comes through superior vena cava into the right atrium. And when this right atrium is completely filled with deoxygenated blood, it goes into the right ventricle through tricuspid valve. And when this blood goes into the right ventricle through tricuspid valve, gradually this right ventricle fills and pulmonary valve open, and this blood goes into the pulmonary artery. Right lungs receives blood from right pulmonary artery, whereas left lung receive blood from left pulmonary artery. These bloods is deoxygenated blood, and here in lungs the gaseous exchange takes place, where this blood leaves carbon dioxide and take oxygen. This oxygenated blood travels back to the heart again through this pulmonary vein from right lungs, and from left lungs carry these oxygenated blood into the left atrium. And when this left atrium is completely filled, blood goes into this left ventricle via mitral valve or bicuspid valve. And when this left ventricle is completely filled, blood moves into the aorta through aortic valve to different parts of the body. So friends, this is the entire circulation which you have seen. It is in the heart and it goes outside the body in the systemic circulation. Now in this picture you will see the entire circulation process. The superior vena cava and inferior vena cava takes deoxygenated blood into the right atrium, and when this right atrium is completely filled, you see in the picture the blue color blood, which is deoxygenated blood, it comes into the right ventricle through tricuspid valve, and from right ventricle through pulmonary artery, that is right pulmonary artery and left pulmonary artery, take into the right lungs as well as left lungs respectively, and in the lungs this exchange of gases takes place, and oxygenated blood, which is in the red color, comes from the pair of right pulmonary vein from right lungs and left pulmonary vein from left lungs. They take the blood, oxygenated blood, and bring back to this left atrium. And when this left atrium is completely filled, this mitral valve is opened and blood goes into the left ventricle. And when left ventricle is completely filled, blood goes into the aorta through aortic valve across the body. This is how the complete circulation process happens in the heart, and this is only due to the contraction and expansion of the smooth muscles, that is cardiac muscles. This rhythmic contraction and expansion of smooth muscles takes place continuously. As you see in the picture, there is a rhythmic contraction and expansion. Now, in the next video, we will see how this heart contracts and expands and this pump the blood across the body system. In the next video, we will also see the common cardiovascular disease. So friends, thank you very much for your patient listening. Thank you.